At this moment, we're going to go to another side of Brazil, which is the southern region of Brazil. I will call Catiúcha, Esturião, Campo Santana to make the presentation of the state of Paraná.
Bom dia a todos. Vou compartilhar minha apresentação com vocês.
Good morning. I'll share my presentation. So good morning to all. I'm going to share with you. I'm from the team of the HMB of Londrina, which is reference for our state. And I'm going to share our experiences of our network. To start, our network is made up by 13 HMBs and 18 collection points. And the first thing we learned in this pandemic, we bring the constant support from the national network, which was important for the fear of the unknown and of the pandemic, so that the donations be kept up. So the dedication of the network of always sharing information from the beginning, studies based on scientific basis, creating new technical recommendations so that donations can be kept, so this fear was overcome. Another lesson that we learned as regards social mobilization, communication, sharings of information to all society, to donors. This was essential to expose the need and the importance of keeping milk donations despite the pandemic. And also in this context, social distancing, geographic distancing, and the impossibility of doing things live, to be closer to these donors, to create awareness. So the social media, social networks, these technological efforts were the main means of communication with donors. So despite the distance, we remained close with these resources. Also that we learned a lot, that all our professionals, our team, had a brilliant capacity of adapting to the new scenario, creating new strategies, adapting to the new routines, always based in the protocols of safety, so that milk donation can be done with security during the pandemic. One highlight we also like to give, that one of the great lessons, be it with our mother donors, our team, is that the solidarity, resilience, altruism, empathy, love, all of this was highlighted and was in the pandemic. So the priority of trying to help and putting yourself in other people's shoes, and this was amplified in our me. So we collected more milk in our network. So what did we do to overcome this? Of the tools, technological tools, the intensification. So WhatsApp was the main tool of communication with these women, alteration of our scheduling with these women, through orientation and previous registry. The visits were redone with free demand. Some units started remote video as well, help, attention in social networks, and the need of donation was made more specific with our partner entities, with the Rotary, other NGOs as well, intensification in our collection points. All of that was essential. In one of our units, we had an innovative technology, which was a robot to make communication with women who were in CTIs with COVID. So what can we do more? That the resources, the various partnerships, intensifying work at the level, constant media and about the importance, and that donating during the pandemic is safe, still saves lives, and brings us hope. And to finish, a little bit of our network, all of the professionals that were important so that we could reach this level. I'd like to thank all of them. Katusha, thank you for the presentation from the state of Paraná. I would like to call Cláudia Helena Nunes from the state of the Rio Grande do Sul. Good morning to all. I'm Cláudia Abreu Nunes. I'm a nutritionist. I'm part of the HMBs here in the south of Brazil. So it's with great pride that I'm participating in this event, seeing the mobilization that this fantastic network brings. Here in Rio Grande do Sul, we have 10 HMBs and one collection point. And based on the example and the values that we learned through that network, we went to see what were the lessons that were learned. And there's a lot of this history. So the word resiliency and solidarity speak for themselves in what we learned during this period. We also had learning to work at a distance through virtual meetings, and these virtual meetings through information technology with the mothers. As you can see, the regions that have the human milk banks, they're a little bit distant. So these virtual meetings, in a way, united our HMBs even more, making it easier to register online through virtual platforms, through telephone. We also had lives on pertinent subjects. We did virtual tours of the human milk banks so that the mothers could understand our physical space, our processes for quality, control of quality of that milk, and through campaigns of donation through media, be it written or videos. We had a lot of support so we could get new donors. So the permanence and creating awareness to our teams, because we had a very complicated period in this beginning of semester with a lot of people being contaminated. We had to keep our team very united and focused to be able to continue working. So communication, this was very important. Communication came through empathy, clarity of information, the response time to questions, availability of clear information, especially when everything was uncertain with COVID. Also, interdisciplinarity between the sectors. We had to interact way more to conquer our objectives. And we also learned that in this period, the profile of our volunteers changed a bit. We had a lot of people who volunteered to seek that human milk, which wasn't common here. So we had this surprise of our new volunteers. And even then, we had a record in some months in the volume of milk that was donated. This is levels we had not reached before. And regard this network of solidarity as what can we do more? What do we have to do to qualify more our actions, to make a constant improvement of these platforms and these virtual channels, and the constant training of these teams so that they be updated as needed to develop new partnerships. And a great news for us in the state in the month of May, we had the inauguration of the first HMB in the mountains of Rio Grande do Sul. So congratulations to all the team in Bento Gonçalves that despite this complicated pandemic had the strength and the courage to face this new challenge. So we are very proud, very happy, and we thank them very much from the support from the Brazilian network and the global network during this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claudia, so much for your wonderful presentation. And at this moment, we are going to pass the floor to Claudia Bortaloso Pinto so that she can give her presentation regarding the state of Santa Catarina, also in the south of Brazil. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to share my presentation with you. Just a second. My name is Cláudia Bartolasso Pinto. I am the coordinator of the HMB in the city of Joinville in the state of Santa Catarina, okay? And the name of the maternity is Darcy Vargas. So we are a state reference for the 13 HMBs in the state of Santa Catarina. And having said this, I'm going to share a little bit of the innovations of each of these HMBs with you. So, innovations and specificities of each HMB. So, in our HMBs in the state, in the municipality of Itajaí, Mafra, and Tubarão, they offer their services 24 hours a day. We have a contact with our donors. Most of the HMBs, they have the WhatsApp software so that they can get in touch with the donors. We have accounts on Instagram and on Facebook. And in Joinville, we have the capacity building project regarding breastfeeding at the neonatal ICU and also in the delivery room and in the joint facilities. In the city of Mafra, we call the donors 5 days after they have been released from the hospitals, and we help them whenever they face any difficulties breastfeeding. And we also contact them and ask them to become donors. And we also share the winning slogan of the World Day of Human Milk Donation of 2021. And this has made us very proud. In Florianópolis, we have the HMB of the maternity ward Carmela Dutra. We also get in touch with our donors via the WhatsApp software, and we have a partnership with Mosque. Okay, and we have serum donors. In Tubarão, we created a partnership with the municipal secretariats of health in 10 municipalities so that they could transport the milk donated. In Blumenau, we received the help and the aid from university students in the healthcare departments, and they produced educational videos for the donors. In Itajaí, in the HMB of the maternity called Marieta da Conder Bonhauser, we offer services 24 hours a day, and there is a project to increase the collection unit, okay? In Criciúma, we have received state and municipal resources to purchase equipment, furniture, so that we could carry out tests and exams, okay? And also we have a car that is exclusive for the HMB to collect human milk and transport the human milk donated. In terms of communication, that is the new lesson learned, okay, during the pandemic. Communication that was done usually in a face-to-face way. And so now with the tools and software and programs that we have been using Zoom, WhatsApp, social media, and so our future projects, okay? We believe that we can offer better care in terms of best breastfeeding. We can encourage the mothers to breastfeed, and we are going to we believe that this is going to increase our donations. This is the mural of our HMB in the city of Joinville, and we have every month the tradition of creating a different mural with a different theme. And in May of 2021, on the 19th, donation of human milk. The pandemic brought changes, and your donation is going to bring about hope. And this is all of our team that actively take part in the work that we do, okay, in the donations and in the breastfeeding area. Thank you so much for your attention.